Okay, today I'm going to do a quick little comparison between the new Barrowch fittings and the Bitspower enhanced multi-link 16mm fittings. So let's start with the Barrowch fittings. So the Barrowch fittings have this dual knurling design on it, Barrowch logo, which is quite good looking, and the actual fitting part is nickel plated, has dual O-ring design compared to Bitspower's single O-ring design inside of fitting. So that's pretty cool. It comes with 2 O-rings, and that's basically it. So back to the Bitspower fittings. Bitspower, of course, has single O-ring inside. They have O-ring up here for collar and tubing. And it seems that the actual O-ring quality in Bitspower is higher than the Barrowch fittings. These O-rings that the Barrowch fittings I find come with, I think they're slightly undersized. You could compensate for it with soaking them in water, because the tubing, when it insert, is quite loose inside the fitting, which is a good thing. I'm not even sure testing this with Dr. Drop will work, because the tubing is mad loose and it might pop out. So that's a thing to be concerned about. So I feel like Barrowch fitting is supposed to be an enthusiast brand of Barrow, but actual Barrow fittings themselves are better than Barrowch in terms of how the tubing fits inside. Because I've used the Barrow 12mm fittings. I think the standard, what version was it? I can't remember because they have so many versions. And they were pretty secure actually with tubing from different brands, Bitspower, Barrow tubing, XSPC tubing, so it worked out quite well. So it may just be this version of fittings from Barrow and Barrowch, which are the same company. And back to Bitspower. So Bitspower fittings, EMLs, enhanced multi-link fittings. A single O-ring design inside of the fitting, and one single O-ring up here for the tubing, then collar. You put it on, which actually is quite nice because their O-rings seem to be higher quality than the Barrowch ones, and you don't have to buy spares usually. So thinking about it, would I use the Barrowch in my main ring? Probably not, because how loose it fits. I would probably go with Barrow fittings before I went with these particular Barrowch fittings. And back to actual finishing quality on the outside of both the white fittings. Now different colors of fittings have different finishes applied, whether it's nickel plating, or if they anodize the fittings, it depends, or powder coat or paint, whatever it is. But this particular fittings, the white version on the Barrowch, for some reason around the knurling area, there's so much spotting and imperfections on it. And what I find is Bitspower fittings out of factory usually come perfect pretty much. The paint quality is flawless as always, especially when you're paying that Bitspower tax, but that's what I expect. So what fitting would I get? You have Barrow/Barrowch fittings, which offer quantity over quality. Bitspower fittings, usually can't go wrong with them. They have a greater range of fittings, but both of the brands basically have the range of the main fittings they use for water cooling loop, 90s, angle fittings, and frame valves, stop plugs. So you're basically covered either brand you go with. So Barrow and Barrowch fittings basically someone trying to save, I guess, significant money on cost of buying water cooling fittings, because they add up in price really quickly when you're building more complex water cooling loops. So if you're willing to sacrifice actual like finish quality, paint quality, quality of O-rings, go with Barrow/Barrowch stuff. And if you're more of a person who's new, really want to compromise anything about their water cooling lid, go with Bitspower fittings. There's also, who else makes quality fittings? Well, a lot of these fittings are made in China anyways. Besides, Bitspower is made in Taiwan. I find that XSPC makes some decent fittings. Moonson fittings are okay, besides paint quality on them. Anyways, back to the fittings. At the end of the day, I would choose Bitspower fittings. It's not really biased. I've used so many Bitspower fittings, and not one of them has failed me over years. And Barrow is still too new to be one of my main fittings I'll use in my rig, so. And it's kind of hard to get all the colors that Bitspower has on Barrowch fitting. So, in particular, the red fittings, gold fittings are better in Bitspower, the color. And what else? The blue fittings, too, are really nice for Bitspower. All in all, go fitting that you want, ones that you can afford to.